wish I knew if I was helping him or not at all.
Of course you are. Mario will be fine. He should be proud of your efforts. Mario knows all you've done. And don't worry, Princess. You'll be able to talk to him in person before long.
Hope you're right, Twink. Thanks for cheering me up. Let's go back to the room, shall we?
Oh, Princess Peach! You're calling old Bowser here. Maybe we have a friendly conversation for a change. Come on, let me see a smile.
I have nothing to say to you.
Don't be such a pill. You stuck with me for a long, long time, beautiful. Better get used to it.
Mario's coming, Bowser, and you can't stop him.
Oh, you poor silly girl. I'm invincible with the Star Rod, didn't you know? Mario's no match for me. He's history. Get over it.
Your Raunchiness, we have an emergency.
Boy, I'm right in the middle of a friendly chat with the princess.
Mario has now saved... all the Star Spirits. There's a chance that he could come here using their power. We must make ourselves ready in case he shows up.
What? Mario! Okay, listen. Harry Koopa, send everyone to their posts. We'll ambush him the second he enters my castle. For speech, why don't you come with me to watch? You can have a front row seat to see Mario get crushed. You! Yeah, you! Tie her up immediately. If she gets out this time, heads will be rolling.
No, please!
Big Koopa, show some respect to the princess.
Who's this whiny little glittery thing? Ready? Buzz off!
Twink!
Take the princess now. Let's get on moving.
No!
Oh boy.
My name is Kalma, Mario. Well done. Thank you for coming. You have successfully rescued all of the Star Spirits. We are in your debt. Now, all that is left is for you to challenge Bowser. My power shall help you. To bring back the Star Rod, to beat Bowser, to bring peace back to the Mushroom Kingdom. And to save Princess Peach. Mario's Star Energy goes up to 7. Mario can now use Up and Away, a new Star Spirit power. With Up and Away, you can turn all enemies into stars. Mario, you must make your way back to Shooting Star Summit. From Shooting Star Summit, we'll prepare the route to Star Haven. The name of this route is Starway. Once you travel the Starway, you'll finally reach Star Haven. My only wish is that, for you to save this precious world. You can do it, Mario. Goodbye for now. Must have been tough to getting building materials up here. Do you think it would have been more convenient if they had built it at a lower elevation? Nah, because this is the whole point of it is to not be accessible. Anyways, welcome back to another episode, guys. I'm gonna try again. Again, I'm going to try something different. I do have an Ultra Shroom Repel Gel. Stonecraft. So, right now, let me see if something. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I need to fight enemies anyway, so. Not like that. So up and away. Turn all enemies into stars, and then you get experience points from them still? I am not sure. So yeah, actually, wait a minute. I'm gonna do this instead, actually. It's probably better use. Oh, wow, okay. Somehow we have all the... Oh yeah, because I changed all my badges back. Right. I kind of expected this to happen, so... Anyways... Today, we're gonna be doing some, errands. A lot of errands. If you believe me, well, how you do. So, there's a lot of errands we have to run. For instance, we have a lot of cookie recipes I want to try out. And... after that, I also want to apologize for the inconsistencies for, the uploads, how they've been recently. Hopefully, by the next LP... it'll be worth it. I promise it'll be worth it, because I do plan on being more consistent, and that is the hope at the very least. So, yeah, I just hope we can just come to an agreement on that one. Anyways, as I was saying before, I wanted to, like, yeah, just apologize for that. Oh, they didn't give me force that. That's actually really sad. Okay, well, at least I can avoid him. I did not want to fight him. Wonder why this button is activated still, like you can still press it. Very weird that you can do that. So, I think we have enough items to, like... Okay, oh. Come on. Yeah, so it'll be worth it. Pebble. Okay, nice. So yeah, there's some recipes, and then there's some mail we have to do. But... that's what I'm going to do in this episode while I talk about a few things. Probably post-recording, because I can't really... Actually, maybe there is some things I could probably talk about right off the bat. Actually, I kind of want to keep it fluent, because my thoughts don't really stay complete if I'm, like, constantly, like, you know, going in and out between edits and stuff like that, considering that for the recipes one, you're gonna want me to, like, keep things edited. So with that being said, I might just give this off to post-recording me and to let him talk, because I'm pretty sure he's very eager to talk. And yeah, we're gonna just get used to this, because this is probably what's gonna happen. So anyways, moving forward, I'm going to take a nap, and then we're going to leave this off to post-recording session me. Or editor me, I guess. Editor me will be talking. I don't know if Manny... I don't think Manny will be here, but just in case, like, hi, Manny. But, yeah. Take it away, guys. Or take it away, me. Okay, so we have... sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting. We have a lot of... I took a nap, and when I woke up, there were all these items. And it was the weirdest thing. The floor was all wet, as if snow had melted everywhere. Do you think someone left these as a present for you, Mario? Who would do that? So now here's the secret. If you pause the menu, that happens. So I just took off Toad's little coat. So yeah, we just got a bunch of mushrooms. We can literally just sell them. Alright. Sorry, post-recording me. Go ahead. Take it away. I am so sorry. There will be a video segment with this, too. So, I'm going to get all of them... I'm going to get the recipes first, then I'm going to try to grind for these. So, yeah. I'm going to... probably get the mail done, too. So that way I'll have plenty of time to talk. Otherwise... Quiz! It's everyone's favorite Quizmaster Chuck Quizmo! Want to try a quiz? Then let's go to the quiz! Question. What color are Luigi's pants? Well, I wouldn't know this. They're blue. Congrats! Congratulations! Luigi's like, you better know this, Mario. I'm your brother. Use your star piece. That was like a really easy question. You've correctly answered 8 questions so far. Good luck next time. 8 down, 56 to go. Well, so long. Farewell till we meet again. Bye-bye. Okay, for real. No backsies. Go. Okay. So, hi guys. This is... thank you, by the way. Thank you. So this is gonna be a rather serious video, per se, and I just want to talk about a very tough topic. Like, we're gonna have there's definitely gonna be serious discussions and some funny, goofy videos. Obviously, there's always gonna be goofy videos. I hope you've been enjoying this recently, and I hope this is something that you can enjoy. Because I am someone who wants to be authentic with things and wants to be very real with things. As I'm reaching over to grab something right now so I can, stay on topic. I want to stay on topic here, obviously. I'm making things authentic as I can. So, with that being said, why am I saying authentic so many times? Well, I feel like here's the main gripe I have with currently right now in life. Is I'm seeing this authenticity, it's dying. And so for those of you that don't know what authenticity is for educational purposes, the quality of being authentic, well, what's being authentic mean? Well, it just means you have a quality of being genuine, being real with people, being just straight up to the just straight up with that person. Like you don't have to beat around the bush or anything like that. You just say what's up. Tell them they got what you said. Either they can accept it or decline it, whatever that may be. Just knowing the full intent from the person by just them just saying it to you. And so, what I've realized and what I've seen in life in general, and just like what I've seen in I don't know, it's just like it doesn't make sense to me that why am I speaking about this now, and how's authenticity dying? Like, what are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is it's been a dying thing for years. It's been something that's been dying. It's on a rampant dying point. So today I'm going to talk to you about those points on why I think it's dying and why it's something that needs to be addressed, and I feel like it needs to be spread awareness about, and to just really check ourselves in a way, and just figure out if there is a way that we can bring it back, or just be sure that we can just be more real with each other. Because I feel like there's a lot of ways that people have been just fake towards each other nowadays, and it's just honestly, for me, it just rubs me off the wrong way. And it's something that I've always find a way to find a way to be genuine with another person. Me and Manny, we always talk to each other off the internet and stuff like that. Manny's not here, by the way. I'm gonna be here today. Right now he's taking a little break. He's doing some stuff. He's making some YouTube videos. He's doing his own thing. So as another YouTube creator, I understand. You gotta do. He's gotta do what he has to do for his channel. And I just wanna just be first and foremost to say, genuinely, I like working with this guy. And I also wanna just say that I hopefully in some time in the future I could have some other cool commentators come online, and hopefully I can make time to actually do that during the day. Now it's gonna be a hard thing to do for sure, but if there's by any chance you want to reach out and try to be a co-commentator for my channel and want to get you want to get a little shout out as well, feel free to look me up on Discord. It should be the same name as my YouTube channel. Just reach out to me and DM me a request, and we'll check it out, see if we can work things out. And yeah, just that. But not enough sidetracking here. I also want to say there's just a lot of things on how I think authenticity can die. So with one way, it's just with bigger groups. It's hard for the genuineness to stick around when things are when groups are big, So when things are invisible, when you have a group of 5 to 10 people, things can already be it seems pretty big to a lot of people, but it's still a relatively small group of friends, and it's a relatively small group of people in general. But we can still be straight up front with one another when it comes to serious topics, when it comes to serious discussions that need to be had, any adult conversations that need to be had. So it makes a lot of sense, for that kind of group to it'd be easier for a voice to be heard and just things like that. And so what I want to just point out is that as soon as groups get bigger, we lose the point of what the sighting line of it is. For example, if I were to so I'm a small channel right now, right? I have 55 subscribers, okay? Currently right now at the making of this video. It might be more by the time this video releases. I don't know. We'll see. I'm releasing videos quite more frequently, and just to be upfront with you guys on the reason why is because I have another LP lined up, and I do not want that to just sit there. I do not want the footage to just sit there and just be useless when I could do much more with it, because I'm actually really inclined to wanting to play this game. And I'm actually sad that this game is about to end too, because I'm 100% in it for a reason. I really do like this game, and I really do like everything about it. And I can talk about that another time, actually. But right now we're talking about authenticity. So with authenticity, like how it can die quickly with bigger groups is, and like I said, you lose the sight line. So let's say my point across is, like for example, with like, this is just an example of authenticity here, of like how things were back in the days, and like how people would say like LPs are dying. And on the internet, I don't think. I mean, I think they are dying in a sense, but I feel like it's more of generally what the general audience wants, and how many people are watching YouTube every day. Probably millions and millions of people. So, you know, don't doubt what's on the internet, like what's on YouTube. You know, people are gonna be seeing whatever it is, and whatever they demand more of, it's gonna click to them more and trend to them more. So YouTube has this algorithm on how they want to do things, and I think honestly, if you look at film theory, I think it sums it up pretty perfectly in a sense on how LPs started. You see, with LPs, this is like the genuine magic that you can get from back in the day, was that when you watch somebody play a game, it creates this parasocial environments that you're with them, right? You're reacting to the gameplay with them. Obviously, you can't play the game because you're at the other side of the screen, but they're playing the game for you, kind of just like showing you how the game works and everything, just pointing things out, what they notice, and just kind of guiding you through in case you may be playing it yourself in a separate room. And the thing is that like, don't replicate everything that I'm doing here. Like, I might be doing things out of order here. I'm just making recipes today. That's literally what I'm doing in this video today, is making recipes for Tasty Tea. So, anyways, how does the algorithm loses authenticity when groups get bigger? Well, here's the thing. Like, you see, the person wants to play a game, right? I play a game that I want. Eventually, I'm gonna be open up to suggestions. Now, those suggestions may be something that I may not want to do, but I'll check it out. And if I check it out and I see that I like it, then I'll give it a shot and give it a chance. Now, for instance, for me, I may not be taking requests. Most likely I'm not going to, because I already have a plan. I literally have a plan lined up for the next 10 LPs. As funny as crazy as that sounds, and as like how frequently these videos have been coming out, and just like, well, what LP number am I on now? LP number 10. And my first LP was Super Mario Sunshine. And my wholehearted thought on that, literally the whole like premise of that, or just really the origin of playing that game, Super Mario Sunshine, for my first LP, was because that was the first LP I've watched on YouTube. It was the first ever LP I've watched on YouTube, none other than by Chugga Connery, who is still keeping LPs going on. I think he's on Kingdom of Hearts right now. I may not be into that, but you do your thing, Chug. I think his real name is Emil. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, you do your thing, Emil. And the thing is, with authenticity and everything, and by the way, if you see Chuck in the background, I'm skipping him on purpose. So, I'm trying not to mumble here. I'm skipping Chuck Quizmo for a reason. I'm saving him for another video. Anyways, moving forward, moving along. I just want to be first to say, like, yeah, when groups get bigger, you lose the sight of it, because then once I open up suggestions to the public and see what the people want, it's great to listen to what the people want. Absolutely. But at the same time, you also have to just understand, like, this is not what the people need, so I'm going to say no to some things. Now, if you turn to a yes man and a yes person to just do whatever they want, eventually they can see through the things that, like, oh, you're just doing this so that people will watch you. Well, yeah, that's essentially it. And, there's people that do enjoy, like, actually doing what the people want, and by all means, go do that. Me, I'm just not gonna listen to what LPs need to be done next, or I'm just not going to listen, because I'm gonna do what I enjoy, and you know, I'm here to just spread the word on that, and I'm also here to spread the word of Christ as well. But that's another conversation for another day. Now, another example of how when groups get bigger, you lose the whole point and premises of it. Is like, let's see, let's say like, okay, like this is a completely example which may or may not relate to my real life situation right now, but you know, just try not to spread rumors about it or try not to spread drama about it. So let's say I had a small group. I'm a Christian, right? So let's say I have a small group, and you know, we have 8 people, right? So then I'm inviting other people in. So then we extend our group up to probably 20 or 30 people. We're doing great, you know. We just got a bunch of people in, you know, and it's awesome that we have 30 people joining us. The group's too big. We need to spread out. We're a young adult group. We need to spread out. So what do? Well, we can delegate other leaders to take on a group of people that want to who are we actually more comfortable with the most? And we just take a raise of hands, who are we comfortable with? So we take a month to move people around to see who we're comfortable with. Then after that, we have a little meeting with the leaders and hey, just delegate this, lead by example in this, and yada yada yada. Spread amongst yourselves and have groups in different days, or even just at different times, or in different locations completely. Once you do that, you know, you don't lose the sight of of that one person that just joins in and then they could just leave unnoticed. You don't want a group to be too big to the point where, if one person leaves unnoticed. That's essentially what you don't want. Because if it's big enough to the point where someone leaves the place and it's unnoticed, it's not gonna matter if that person's there or not. It's no, it should impact us if that person's gone or not. It should kind of be hey, where have you been? Where are you going? Oh yeah, I'm doing this. Is there anything we can do to pray for you? Now, if they're just screw it, I don't like y'all or whatever, okay, maybe it's their loss then. Whatever. It's on them, basically. And so that's where and that's what I'm saying. I'm being upfront with this. I'm being very upfront. As tough as that sounds and as jerkish as that sounds, that's just how life works with small groups and big groups. Now, if it's up to the point where it's we have to keep the numbers rolling, we have to look what we did, we got the numbers bigger, we gotta focus on getting more and more people in, so that way we always have somebody here. Why not focus on the people that are not there? Why are they not showing up? Why are they going unnoticed? Because they're not there. I was part of a, and I think that's the whole premise of well, at least with my situation, that I'm not going to mention too loudly, but one time I pretty much had a mental breakdown at my job, and it was at my first job, right? And I couldn't really show it, so what did I do? Well, I decided to go for a car ride, right? I also had to meet up with my young adult group that night. That is turning into a small group, essentially. It consists of most of my friends and their family, actually. In fact, my friend's father became my leader, and later down the line is now my mentor. And the biggest thing that he said, the next following Sunday was that, hey, where were you? He was genuinely asking, where were you? I was oh, I probably should have texted. I just went for a drive, to this place. I'm not gonna say the name. I don't want to expose where I live. But, basically, I went down to this town, and basically that's what I did, and then I went to another states, and then I came back home afterwards, just to take some time away, because I just need to be alone. And, I could have used some comfort, but I just chose to be alone, because I didn't want to be a burden to anyone. And what he said next was like, kind of like the most, like, you know, just really, it really took me back. It really, you know, really poured my heart. He really poured his heart out to me on this. You know, like, don't just not show up because of this situation. Like, you know, like, show up, man. Like, bring your baggage. We're here for you. We got your back. Something along the lines of that. Like, you know, I don't remember exactly what he said, and I wish I could remember exactly what people say. Like, when it comes to remembering, like, genuine, like, and great and heartfelt moments, I'm not gonna exactly remember what they said if it's a long speech that they gave me. It was a long speech that he did give me. Kind of like more of a lecture that he did give me. That really, like, made me say, like, oh, shoot, like, maybe I should just actually, like, come back. Yeah, maybe I should. Because my premise was, like, you know, we kind of just use this time to, like, you know, we talk, and then, like, then we go back to my job afterwards. I didn't want to go back to my job. I wanted nothing to do with my job. I really didn't. I just wanted to go back home. And so I just wasn't feeling mentally well. That's why I drove where I drove, and then, you know, came back later that night, just lying that I had to stay at work later or whatever. That's what happened. But yeah, that's what happened. And I don't regret it too much, but it's just something that had to be done. And so, with that said, you know, just the group was like, you know, it had like 10 or 12 people in the group. Some of them were like dating at this point, so I'm not gonna share too much. But yeah, but that's basically the situation. You know, things were changing and everything. So, with that said, you know, like, okay, what exactly am I talking about? I'm not gonna say names. I'm not saying names. I'm just describing the situation, you know? Because, like, later down the line, like, they're now married, and, well, I found new friends that I'm hanging out with, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to hang out with both old and new friends, because I've changed, and so have my old friends, you know? We've all changed. And, you know, and it's great, you know? I'm just, me, myself, personally, in my real life, I'm just trying to figure out how to, like, get closer to them, even though they're busy with their married lives. How can I be of service to them? How can I be that one friend that, like, you know, I can be reliable? You know, like, to be that one guy who would, like, if my buddy was badly injured and, you know, and his wife is, like, needing, like, someone to do some work, like, outside the house that only a guy can do, I want to be that guy to step in and say, hey, I'm here to help you. You know? I'm here to aid. What you need, I got you. Just tell me what time I need to come over, and I'm going to help you. And then I'm going to be someone that's going to be of service to help you. So, with that said and done, I think it's something where, you know, you can't just, like, fake, but, like, I mean, obviously I'm not going to fake it, but I'm being genuine with it, you know? It's a genuine service of just being a good friend, you know? So, I don't want to get overly side tangent there, but with big groups, it's hard to, like, see the big, like, you know, what the main goal is. The main goal is to make people feel welcomed in the group, right? I want people to feel welcomed in my group. Now, however big the group may be, that's that for that night, then that is it, what it is. Now, it would be nice to have more, but not that many more. I just want, like, 2 or 3, you know, 2 or 3. Like, I still want it to be noticeable that we are missing a couple people, and I want to be able to pray for them, but I also don't want it to be too small where it's like, okay, well, it's only me tonight, so what do we do? Well, I guess we're gonna have to cancel tonight, I guess. Like, I'm not saying there's not gonna be nights like that, but, you know, that's generally my scope of how I generally feel about my small group in real life, actually, to be fair with you. But it's a great group, and I definitely do not want it to die, and I definitely want to lead it to God, and I definitely want to, you know, see it grow well and just be a great community where we can all just be genuine, vulnerable with one another. And that's the whole premise. So, yeah, moving along on how other ways of authenticity can die. So I've already, to summarize so far, through YouTube it has and just through bigger groups it has, and it's ranted on for a long time about that one. So now another way that authenticity can die is just just put it down lightly. Yeah. So with that, sorry, I'm saying a lot. This is just a raw recording session of me reacting to my gameplay right now because I want to make sure that the quality's good here. And that's another thing. You want to make sure quality's good with videos and stuff like that, right? I'm getting videos out, I want to make sure these are looking good or they're still authentic, This is as authentic as it can get, as genuine as it can get, as real as it can get. This is my experience with gameplay here. I mean, I'm not really speaking live right now because, I'm thinking about so many things at the moment, why am I changing these badges right now? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure so that way I can just, if I'm worst to ever touch these Shy Guys, they just instantly die for some reason. But yeah, that's basically what I was trying to aim for. So moving along with authenticity. Now, I think it's great that you can follow trends and people follow trends. That's what it is to promote. But I think when you lose, I think that's the main thing. It's still about small groups, but here's where it can also die too, and how it can affect the big turn the small groups into the big groups. Is that when your focus is on the numbers, how this can affect the group a bit more, is that you're focusing on trying to stick with the trends, oh, look at this, our group can do it too, or look what our group can do, this is our group right here. And it's what are you doing? It's great that we can kind of follow with the trend here, but you don't want to do it too often to the point where it's a burden in a sense, right? You don't want it to be something where it's unreal, where it's hey, come join us because we're just like everyone else. No, we want to be different from everyone else. The whole premise, and that's the thing too. I feel with us promoting ourselves to people, we want to make ourselves what about this channel stands out to every other channel on this planet? You can see somebody else do a LP playthrough of this. I think Jungle Connery does a better job at this playthrough than I could probably do. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But, when it comes to, things like that, it's okay, what can we do to stand out? What can we do to get the retention from everybody else, the audience? What can we do to promote? We gotta promote ourselves. Promotions. What can we do here? If the whole focus and premise is on that and not just what the main goal was in the first place, which is just to give a good experience to the people that we want to make feel welcome to watch the videos, actually, if we're just losing sight on that, then it's yeah, we lost the goal. And like I said, film theory can literally just, they literally explain this so well. And, and then there's, content creators out there that, press on these issues and, these big news, headline news and everything, drama, whatnot, spreading awareness about things, making jokes, just having fun. There's, big streamers like Asmongold, there's big streamers like DanTDM, Mr. Beast, Emeru, who else? Ludwig, Kaisane, what's another channels? I'm just trying to name them off the top of my head. Penguin Z0 or, there's a lot of channels out there that are popular. And there's even better channels, too, that don't have that many subscribers that I know of that are doing well because they're just giving out their genuine thoughts and opinions and just spreading what they want to show to the community, what they want to show to other people, what they want to share to the rest of the world. YouTubers like Manny GM. He has way more subscribers than I do, but you know, not enough to the point where it's like, you know, he's gonna have like, I don't know, like 2,000 views a day or something by the time like his videos release. I'm not doubting you, Manny. You will get there one day. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you love. Keep doing it genuinely, and you'll get to where you want to get to without even realizing it. And that's the whole premise of it. You want to get to where you want to without realizing it. If you're getting to the place where, while realizing it, like, oh wow, like at that moment I realized like I got to 100 subscribers, guys. Look at that. I just wanted to I could share that in a community post once I notice it, obviously. But it's another thing to like notice it on the pinpoint to like react to it right away. You know, that's why. And genuinely, I think that's why I think like video games are dying in a way too, because like you put so much creativity. If you lose that's actually another way you can lose authenticity. So to bring you to my second point, actually, because I have not much else to say on my first point, but my second point, because I'm trying to transition to my second point here, is if you lose creativity in what you're doing. And what you're passionate about. If you lose the passion, even if you lose the passion in your creativity, it's not gonna go well for you because you're so burnt out. And like I said, people can get burnt out even while being creative and genuine. I've gotten burnt out a couple times. And the thing is like, you know, with pumping these videos out and stuff like that, like yeah, I got a little burnt out, but I'm not too burnt out. You know, I'm still thriving and alive. You know, I'm paying attention to like some headlines and some news, even from like Asmongold, and I don't know. His page just fills up my page so much for some reason, and it's just crazy. Like the guy's like living a life. Like I mean, he can live his life. I may not agree with him with a lot of things that he says, but like he does bring some valid points to what he brings to other people, and like. I mean, I think he's a genuine enough guy to, like, you know, say things how it is, because that's just how... I think he's a very outspoken person. He'll say what needs to be said, and even if people don't like it, that's just how it is. And I think that's also, like, another way to lose authenticity is... Actually, another point for a little bit later on, actually, because I want to stay on track with the second point. But when you lose creativity... with the things that you do, it's harder to like get the retention from other people and just like see the real you. Because as soon as you're like so obsessed with like make sure things are perfect, like look at SMG4's video for another. I can't even believe I didn't bring that guy up. He's a channel that's gonna pretty much not kill his own channel, but he's just gonna pretty much stop making content for his channel by the end of this year, 2025. Actually, it's kind of sad. Actually, I've been watching the guy since 2018, literally. I'm not even kidding you when I'm saying that. He was the guy who made very stupid memes about Mario. That's not a canon at all, but it's just funny to watch. And you know, I've seen how he's evolved over the years, and I'm not going to say what kind of content I like more, because I'm not trying to bring controversy into that. But I will say this, though. Whatever he likes doing, it's just like, you know, do what you like to do. And I just genuinely like to follow it because, you know, I like what he makes. He's still the same, like, you know, funny, goofy guy from, you know, back in the day in, like, 2010, 2011. I don't know when he started, actually started his channel. I think it was back in 2011. If I am not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Like, editor me, please put it up. Actually, you know what? No. You know what? I'm literally editing the video right now. Why don't I just look it up? Actually, when did SMG4 actually start? I can literally look that up right now. So when actually, yeah. I'm gonna pause and then I'm gonna come back with an answer right now. I was right. It was 2011. And so, like, you know, actually, I need to read. I actually want to read some dialogue here. But like, you see how this Yellow Yoshi interacts with this with Mario here, with like just, you know, true intentionalities right here. You know, like, he's very intentional with what he wanted. Like, you know, he gives me a watermelon. This item you can't get anywhere else in the game. This is the only way you can get a melon. So, like this, when you first walk out of it, he's like, you know, something smells really good. Is that delicious smell coming from something you're carrying? And then he's like, press A. Whatever it is, I want to try it. Come on, what is it? He wants to know what I have. Well, I have a honey shroom, so I give him a honey shroom. And it's sweet, it has sugar in it. You know, it's something sweet. So he's like, ooh, thank you. It looks so good. He might eat it later. I don't know. I think he's eating it right now. I don't know. But so he's like, thank you. And then he's like, oh yeah, here, why don't you take this as a thank you from me? So he's actually giving something nice in return. And, you know, that's just, you know, like, okay, like, it can rub some people off the wrong way if you're not. So it grows in a place that only I know about. Trust me, it's good. It is. It's a watermelon, and it can give you some really good recipes at this point of the, you know, the game. If you're at Chapter 5 doing this, like, it's actually a really great item. Not so much now, because I've actually found a better item that I could just, like, farm on. So, like, use on Bowser. But that's another conversation for another day. But, essentially, you're going to need to use these melons for a couple of ingredients that are going to be very useful. So, anyways, moving forward. Yeah, SMG4 created his channel in 2011, and now he's just going to be done. I think the guy is just moving on. I think it was time for a change of his life. He feels like it's something where it's like he can't keep doing this forever. It's just his way of saying, I'm retiring. I think a lot of YouTubers are retiring because of the fact that, you know, they're just straight up like, they don't know what else to do. They've done all that they wanted to do. And that's why it's like, seems like all the good YouTubers are leaving, as quote unquote what a lot of people would say. And like, someday, someday, I'm gonna leave. Which, I don't know how long, when that'll be. I literally just started 3 years ago, so I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. But, the premise of, like, just people who come and go, you know, at the end of the day is, if they're doing what they love, and it's showing it to the community, and it's not hurting you, like, it's not actively hurting you as a viewer, and it's just to be there, just spread happiness and joy to other people. It's something worth the while to, like, you know, do, you know. And so to move along with this, if you lose creativity in the things that you do, when people demand more things out of you, like, just keep doing this, keep doing this. This is why I personally just don't like AI personally, because I feel like, I mean, you can get super creative with AI, absolutely, but I feel like when you use it as a content farming thing, where you just try to farm things out of people, or just try to farm things out of AI in general, it just seems like there's nothing to remember from it. I think it's like a moment where you can easily forget the next day, or maybe next month. It's going to be forgotten about. Just like a lot of internet drama, like, with the whole, I don't know if I mentioned this on my channel, but I don't want to mention it too much, but, with the, I don't know, another another Twitch streamer who's under hot water right now is Hassan with his dog. I'm not going to say my opinions on it or talk more about it, but I'm just spreading word that that's what's out there and what the situation is. If you want to look it up, go look it up yourself, but don't look too much up into it if you're not old enough. I would not recommend it. But yeah, essentially, yeah, like that's gonna be going on for a while, and you know, like, eventually it will be forgotten about. There's a lot of drama that has been forgotten about by me that I've, like, definitely reacted to, not like on the internet, but just reacted to, like, as a bystander. I'm just like, wow, this is terrible, or like, wow, this is hilarious, or like, wow, well, this guy deserved it. Like there's things that a lot of people can remember for sure, and I've definitely remembered some of the things for sure, but it's like, dude, it's not gonna benefit me 5 years later. There's definitely drama that I've
remember. There's like drama that has happened like 5 years ago that I don't even remember now. It's not even relevant to me. So like, why worry about it at the moment? It's not that. It's pointless. So I don't know. That's just my hot take with my genuine take on drama in particular. Like, I think it's funny to react to. I think it's funny to like just see it from the sidelines, and then
like if it's something that's really. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with the internet too, is that a lot of people that don't need to say anything say something, and then it just creates an even bigger mess of things. And it's like, why are you, like, do you really genuinely have an opinion on it? And then that also can bring on to like these protests that are happening nowadays. It's just like, I'm not trying to get myself in hot water with this, but I also don't give a crap either. I really don't. But I think if you don't have a strong headstone on what you are fighting for, then don't protest again. Don't protest on it at all. Do your research on it first. Find the right way to protest on it if it's something that you really want to fight on, or support the other person on if there's strong feelings about it. Otherwise, just leave it alone. I would just straight up leave it alone. That's not your place to say anything about it, so leave it alone. Do some research first, then protest on it. I think if we can just, as a whole, in general, look at the core research and core foundation of what the topic is really about and what side you are fighting for, I think a lot of problems in today's day and age could be solved, or just at least calm down to the sense where we can have adult conversations about it calmly, right? I feel like that's agreeable. Like, I feel like people can agree with me that if you look at it from a core stance and just research more on it, and maybe just ask more questions about it to learn more about it from somebody who actually knows what they're fighting for. If they know what they're fighting for, then they should be able to tell you, like, what's up? Like, why am I fighting for this? Why am I doing this? Because I don't like this. And, and I think, I think this famous streamer that, I've already said his name, like, a bunch of times already, but, like, he makes a point on it. Like, if you're gonna protest on it, like, can you honestly say it for yourself that you can live next to this situation? If you can't, then don't fight for it. If you're not willing yourself to, like, give your way of, like, if you're not willing to help in the situation yourself, don't fight on it. Just straight up don't fight on it. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. At that point, you're just delusional, and you're gonna think that somebody else is gonna step in to solve the problem for you. You need to step up and solve the problem for yourself too. I mean, pray to God on it too if it's something that should really be something you fight for. But don't expect someone else to just step in like, oh yeah, this person's gonna do something about it. Like, no. Are you gonna do something about it? Because if you're not gonna do anything about it, then don't. And I think I'm like side tangent in a way, but no, be real about it though. Actually, do be real about it. Like, if you, I think that's the third point actually. Try to just blend in with the crowd. Just blend in with a bigger crowd who's fighting for. What are you fighting for? Oh yeah. That okay. Can I ask you something? Why are you fighting for it personally? And if it's like, oh, I want to support my friend in this, I don't know too much about it, but if you want to, you can talk to my friend. And like, okay, I would still step back, do your own research on it to see where your stance on it is. At least I wouldn't, like, I mean, you can support, but like, don't support it if it's gonna hurt other people or just, you're gonna just add to the mess. I don't think it's right to add to the mess. And so, yeah, now on to my last point with, like, just like, okay, so you lose creativity. So, like, you get lost in the bigger crowd, you lose creativity. And then the third thing is like, the third thing is on how you can lose authenticity and just being fake with people. Straight up, it is just being fake with people. Like, lying or just, like,
you know, not being real with others, that's another way, like, you can lose authenticity. And it's just like, you know, if you're not willing to, like, tell your friend, like, hey, buddy, you got something on your lip. You know, they're eating, right? We're all eating together or something, and, you know, like, it happens. Like, you know, like, the food was just that good, like, it was that finger looking good, but some of it just dripped off over, you know, our own dang mouth, you know? So one of us notices, if we're not willing to be there to, like, hey, dude, like, get that off, like, if you're too afraid to even do that, get out of here. Like, at least tell me that, and I have plenty of friends that actually do that for me. Like, they actually tell me, like, hey, dude, you got some pizza sauce on your lip. Like, oh, thanks for telling me. Thank you. I don't want to walk around looking like that, you know? Because then people are gonna look at me weird, and like, what? Do I got something on my eye or something on my eyebrow? What do I got? You know, like, tell me what's going on. Actually tell me. You know, like, you're being a good friend by actually telling me, like, hey, I got this going on here. So, yeah, I don't know, like, just be more upfront about it. And that's the thing that you want to do, is that you want to have the utmost respect for people, and you also want to make sure that you're genuine with what you're doing. So, with that being said, I think I've said what I needed to say, almost, but I think my third point, I don't know what my third point is. I'm not trying to sound like a delusional donut here. I'm trying to make sure this conversation is actually, like, up front. I guess I could close this off, like, how can you spread this awareness to other people of authenticity dying? Yeah. You know what, I'm gonna call it genuine. I'm gonna just call it being real. How being real is just dying out in the real world. You know? I mean, I just really can't pronounce authenticity that well, or just say that fast. I speak too fast sometimes. I gotta be honest. I do mumble, maybe, and I probably should speak more clearly. But anyways, how do I spread awareness? How do you as a viewer can spread this? Well, for one, why not just step back and just, like, take a look at yourself and just, like, you know, like, what are your true intentions? If your true intentions is going to hurt the next person, then maybe don't do it. Maybe don't do it. Maybe step away from it. Maybe it's not something for you. Like, look to God in this, and maybe just really step back and, like, just take a moment in the silence and just, like, appreciate this, like, appreciate the things in the, you know, in the moment that's happening. Another way you can look into this is, like, another way you can, like, bring genuinity back is, like, oh, here's the third point. Sorry. I guess this is a way to, like, spread in a way, so I guess I'll bring the third point now. Healthy juice. That is actually what you can make from the watermelon that you start off with. Anyways. So there'll be a streamer like Asmongold, right? And people may not like what he says some of the time, and I may not agree with the guy all the time, but I gotta be honest though, some of the things that he says does kind of make sense. I mean, it kind of does, because there's a lot of things that, I mean, I may have learned from him. I'm not saying to go watch him or anything like that. I'm not trying to promote this guy here, but if he happens to watch this video, I'm not trying to speak slander about you, not that you care or anything. I mean, I know how you are. I've watched it for a little bit now, and I've kind of read you. Like, I kind of read you like a book, but maybe there's more to read. But I've read the general summary, I guess, the clip notes. You know, you know how you, like, given a book report and you just, like, read the cliff notes because you just don't want to bother reading the whole entire book in, like, I don't know, like, let's say the assignment was due in a month. I mean, I've only known this guy for a month, but I've only read the cliff notes, and maybe I'll actually go back and read the book or something. I don't know if I'm actually, like, really want to get to know more about this guy. But the intentionalities of this guy is just, like, a lot of people just hate this person, and there's a lot of people that will hate other people too, and it's not just Asmongold, it's other people too. Like, people would speak the truth and speak straight up blunt stuff because that's just how they genuinely feel, and people don't like the genuineness of that. So it's just like, that's just how fakeness is spreading in a way. So I think what we need to do is,
Okay, is this person being hurtful with what they say, or are they just, they're just saying it because that's just how they genuinely feel? Maybe take a look back from what they're saying in their perspective, and maybe just, instead of fighting back and being angry and arguing out at them, why not just ask them if what their intentionality is? Like, are you just telling me this because you want to get me mad, or are you just... Now, okay, maybe like 50% of the time they'll say like, yeah, I'm rage baiting you, and at that point, yeah, you can start an argument calmly, maybe. Although arguments do lead to like, just it can lead to a very bad road. I don't know, but in the scope of it, a good way to like bring the genuineness back is just be willing to listen to the next person. Maybe they have something to say, and you may not like what they're saying, but you have to like really just step back and just like step down, think. Let yourself think about it after the conversation. If you still want to like just walk away, just think about it, and really just like take some moments in God, and as well as just take some moments in like the situations that you're in, and just like really like, okay, well, I've digged myself a grave here. I need to get myself out of this grave. So how do I do this? Well, just stop being offended so much. I think that's just what I'm trying to say too. I mean, there's no nicer way to put it. I mean, it sounded like I just beat around the bush on that one, but I was really not trying to beat around the bush on that, because that's just, at the end of the day, that's just what I said. Just stop getting offended by everything. Like, it's your human right nature to be offended by certain things and whatnot. And it's like, but it's like, just don't get offended too much about it. It's not that big of a deal. Try not to take it too seriously about the conversations you have. And it also even said it in the Bible, the world's gonna hate me first. Jesus said it himself, the world's gonna hate me first. Or I think God said it. I wanna, maybe I should double check. But it says it somewhere in the Bible, it does. I'll actually close this off with a Bible verse that I think it really genuinely, like, points to, like, actually, since I'm editing, why don't I just look it up? So, yeah, just give me a second. And it says it in John 15:18 through 25 here. I'm gonna actually just read this entire passage. The world hates the disciples. It's too bad. All right. In verse 18, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than its master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teachings, they will obey yours as well. Also, sorry. Basically saying the same thing. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoke to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. And so, this is Jesus we're talking about here. He's not trying to spread hate or try to rage bait anyone. Maybe he definitely, he made a few people mad, but he didn't do it on purpose. But the premise of it is, we can say stuff, and then people get offended right away with what we say, and then just start lashing out and, start throwing rocks and stones at us because we just said the truth. Because people hate us for stating the truth. If you guys really want to have an understanding mindset, stop throwing stones as soon as we tell you the truth. It's not that hard. I mean, it may sound hard at first, but really, when you really just calm down and just, step back and really, think about what we said, and we're not trying to just say this stuff just to rage bait you, maybe then you can actually open your mind a bit more to what we're actually trying to say to help you actually better yourself as a person. Because we're not just saying this just to just say it. We're saying this because we care and want you to thrive. You know? And then, yeah, there may be people out there that don't care, and they may just be saying it too, but you have to understand, like, there's actually genuine people that are pretty much outspokenly, like, afraid of what they would say because they're afraid of the outcome of what they can say can be offensive. So, I would say open your mind a bit more and just really think about what you're about to say, or just listen more and speak less, and, you know, it also says in the Bible, too, to be slow to speak and quick to listen. You know? And I'm actually going to look that up again, actually. Let me look it up for reference before we close off the episode. Okay, so it says in, like, James 1:19 through 20. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. I mean, and it's true. I mean, I don't really get angry in public, but when I do, oh, good luck. You might want to stay like 400 meters away from me. I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying this as a threat. I'm just saying this because I want to calm down, and if you try to prevent me from calming down, you know, it's just not gonna end well. Let's just say that. Like, I'd rather just calm down. You know, let me calm down how I need to calm down first. I'd rather be a calm person than to be an angry person. And, you know, just lashing out, it's just not, all like blindly, it's not gonna go anywhere. You just gotta cool down sometimes. And that's what, and then also, like, if you're prone to getting angry quickly, just walk away. Just walk away. But yeah, I think I said what I need to say about authenticity and just like how it's slowly dying and how it's actually quickly dying in a way. But like in those three ways, just like with bigger groups coming in, promotional wise, of like creativity, of like losing its value, and just straight up, people easily getting offended with when people state the truth. There's the 3 points. And I've said this well enough. I know I didn't really specifically put this out as an essay. I'm going to try to do that better, but this is as authentic as I can get with this playthrough, and like just keeping my core thoughts and at least keeping the, I think this is my opinion, by the way, too, so I'm trying to be factual with this too. I don't know what you guys think. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Next up, I'm going to be running some mail deliveries in this game. There's a lot of mail that I need to deliver, so I need to go ahead and do that. But yeah, definitely leave a like if you want to, or if you actually do like this video, straight up. And yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy. And shine bright, stay bright, and peace out.